Okay, I think we're recording. So happy XMD Eve. Could not be more excited about this. A whole lot of people are jumping on tonight and they're joining collectively on this Zoom. And that's one of the things that I've loved about tools and resources and Zooms that we've had and so many different things is it really has been a collaboration effort of so many different people leading or plugging in or making a graphic or telling a story or telling a testimony. And y'all, that's what we do so well here at Xyngular. We are such a field focused company, but that's the heart of the leaderships of your team. Okay. And so if I talk about anything at any point in time and you're like, I don't know about that tool or that board or whatever, you're going to go back to your Amy. You're going to go back to your Robin. You're going to go back to your Lori, you're good. Okay. So just know if you start dropping comments going, I don't know where to find that. It may not be, but I'm going to try to talk very generic for duplication because this is the thing. Y'all, XMD changes everything for the duplication of your business. It totally changes everything for the newest partner and the one that's been around for a while. Okay. So this is huge. This is massive growth. This is massive opportunity. If you have not heard me say already, we are projected to be a $155 billion industry in the peptide space. Y'all, we own the market. Do y'all realize that? Do you realize that and I've said this to my team, so I'm going to say it right now because we've got, we're probably getting on to we're at 267 people right now. Here is the level playing field with all the people in network marketing. Okay, here they are. Here, they've got their collagen, they've got their fat pill, they've got their whatever it is. Here's all network marketing. Here's Xyngular. We are in a league of our own. And when you see how beautiful all of this stuff is going to be and how intuitive things and all the wonderful, like you are going to be so blown away. So let's get started because I think, have y'all all heard what a massive opportunity this is? Have y'all all heard Amy's story, my story, Celia Boone's story? Y'all have heard some stories about people that started beta testing or joined a GLP-1 journey because they were desperate for it. Long time before we could do this, y'all. This has nothing to do with I love it because I can refer it now. Never use the sell word. We do not sell, we refer. Take that out of your vocabulary. We sell and you do we refer and you do an intake form. Okay. So there's a few things I'm going to repeat over and over and over. So let's talk must do places to show up. Y'all, you send me people's on the Zoom. Everybody's inbox is full. It's full. So we are going to learn to point at tools. And why we're going to do that is because I am preparing Amy Potter to be an ambassador. I am preparing Carol Short to be an executive, not to be Jana Bullard's follower. Okay. Will y'all drop? Like, what's your dream rank? Like, if I could be here, I would think that I have arrived. You know, we never arrive, right? But like, if I had this, and I could achieve this, I would feel like I had just like what Carrie Underwood, like my name's in lights, whatever. Okay. So I want you to consider what that is. But I want you to attach it to something meaningful in your life because that truly does matter. Just like a brand new person. What does that mean in your life? So why will you get up and continue to show up for yourself? So let's talk about must watch in the XDC. That is the Xyngular Development Community. Russ did a Zoom the other day on the flow, non-negotiable flow. You got to watch it. If you didn't grasp it, rewatch it. You have to watch it, y'all. There is not going to be a point in time where your leader is going to be able to say, hey, yeah, let's get on the phone. I'll talk to you for about 2 hours and explain it. Y'all, we are going to explode. So we want to prepare you to be ambassadors and executives. Okay. So you got to watch that. Drop in the comment. I know I've got to watch. Have you watched Russ or have you not? And somebody watch for Russ. He'll pop on here in a little bit. Okay. Super important. The other thing through the XDC, the company is doing an outstanding job of preparing us, an outstanding job. Y'all, we have changed everything in the last 12 months and we are a next level company with next level tools. And I am so proud. I have never in my 10 years this week, I actually walked away from corporate America today, 8 years ago. I have never been more proud to be a Xyngular ex-brand partner. Never in my 10 years have I been more proud. So Sarah in the XDC also did a master the invite. Y'all, we're an invite and referral company. We got to get the duplication. All this, well, what chat and what board and what page and whatever is bogging your business down and wearing your new people out. Okay. We invite and we refer. Tomorrow night's going to be a great opportunity for you to invite. And I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. So you've got to watch that. Be sure you're getting really good. Corporate is constantly having these behind the X Zooms and different things like that for you to invite people to. And then we're going to have a great big one tomorrow night that I'll talk about as well. So get really good at inviting and then know that you refer. And so I'm going to say this now because it's like almost a funny, and anybody that knows exactly what I'm going to say. So people keep messaging me medical questions. Well, what if they have this? What if they were diagnosed with this? What if I can give you a million different things. This is the standard answer. That is a great question for your telehealth doctor once you make your appointment or your 24/7 access. That's why we have guided telehealth professionals to handle that. I am not a medical professional. I also will not be answering your questions because all that does is tell you this is labor intensive. You have to become a master. And if you couldn't master selling a gut collective, you'll never master this. Okay. Does anybody find great relief in that statement? Am I the only? Like, give me some flames in the chat if you're like, that is some of the best things I've heard in all my years. Y'all, I find great comfort in giving somebody's health over to a professional and not going back and forth for 16 days trying to figure out things that they won't tell me because they're busy while I'm available, right? Y'all know I'm not lying. It's not just us, because new leaders that I'm bringing on are going, oh my gosh, we refer and they get this amazing stuff. Yes, that's exactly right. So these things are very important. Okay, I'm going to talk about FAQs. So one, what everybody repeat after me: XApp. XApp. Your XApp is loaded with wonderful stuff. It is directly linked to you. It's got a graphic for every type of microdose or whatever we do that tells them. Your XApp has FAQs as well. Your site tomorrow, and I think you're going to get to have a little bit more of a preview maybe on the launch tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time, is going to have beautiful, beautiful things for your prospects, for your customers. Okay. So all of this, let's wait for Robin to get it created. The company's doing it for us, and we have created some great stuff for y'all. And it's a collaboration. So I'm not even going to do the Academy Awards. Let's get thanks to, because I'll miss somebody and then we have hurt people, right? So this is super important. Your XApp, the first thing you should think of when somebody asks you a question, where's that in my XApp? Where's that in my XApp? Where's that in my XApp? Because you can duplicate that. Every partner has it, whether they want to sign up one person or whether they want to be all those ranks that y'all just hit a while ago. It's the number one tool for all of us. Okay. The second thing is your site. When you see the education, the tools and resources, and what the XMD stuff looks like, you will think, I don't need any of this stuff that my wonderful leaders have given me. I don't need it. I don't need it anymore. Okay. That's how intuitive and how beautiful and how smart it is. This is big for you. Okay. So XApp and your website are going to be absolutely huge. I have loaded in my board, and I know several people have grabbed some additional FAQs. And what I've been doing is when somebody asks a question, I go get the answer and I add it, because it is physically impossible to pass the word around. It is physically impossible to pass the word around. So find wherever your team touch point is and pay attention to it without being notified. Hey, I went and updated this. Hey, I went and updated this. No, everyone is going to be moving lightning fast to create you executives and you as ambassadors. Okay. So point at tools has always been the name of the game. We just didn't do it before. We overcomplicated it. Can I get an amen? Okay. So we're going to point at tools. We're going to tool you up to be leaders. We're going to tool you up to be leaders. Okay. So XApp, the website, very, very important. The FAQs, there's lots of different things in that. Okay. And so Some things that have been asked a few times, and I'll just give you an example of a few of the different things that are in the FAQ that you can go and you can look at, okay? Probably everybody has an XMD board where they're dumping stuff, graphics or whatever for their team. Refer back to your leader, wherever your tools and resources are. But common questions. This is a very, very common, so I'm only going to hit on a couple of them, okay? So one, any medical question is the question. What's the answer? Drop it in the chat. Any medical question that is best going to be answered by the telehealth. That answer is not going to change. So there's not going to be 15 different options. If they say this, do this. Nope. This is the standard answer. Another really, really common one has been around spousal accounts. Like if you and your husband or you and your wife or you and your partner, whatever it is, if you are going to do XMD, it is my health record. It is not anyone else's. It's like a social security number. There's only one of them. Okay. So we'll just say Amy's a partner. Amy has a link. Her husband, who has done great on GLP-1s, is going to go to her link just like any other customer, and he is going to be referred to telehealth as a customer. Okay? He's going to be referred. That's exactly how that's going to work. Just like it's a customer, say, hey, go onto my link, do your telehealth stuff, say yes to HIPAA, and that's important. That's another question I'm actually going to cover for you. And so that's spousal, because there's been a lot of couples that want to do this. And as we move forward with additional drops, this is going to be huge next year. We're going to see more and more and more men joining us, both as partners and as customers. Okay. If you have the same email address, that's not going to work. Hubby needs to go get an email address. Okay. Another common question is the $1 XMD partner link. Okay. There are 3 ways to partner with us. 1, pay $49.95. No one's doing that. Have an order over $199 before tax and shipping and anything like that of nutraceuticals, which means supplements, and go ahead and grab your link. Like if you start with one of the business packs, go ahead and grab your link. You're over $199. It's automatically going to wipe you out. No, nothing. So where does the $1 come in? You are only going to do pharmaceuticals and you want a link. You have to get that on the supplement side, because there will be no upgrades, no discounts, no codes at the end on a pharmacy site, on a medical site. So you have to get it on the other side. Code XMD gives it to you for $1. Y'all, if you get bogged down in that, call corporate and say, I need a dollar link. I'm going to only do this and I don't want to mess with the rest of it. Call them, get your dollar link. Okay. So that's why. So people have said, so is that going to go away, the $1 XMD, once we launch? I just said, you cannot ever upgrade on a pharmaceutical site. You also cannot put a share 10 code on it. The prices are the prices. The process is the process. Everything else is going to happen on your nutraceutical side. Okay. So that's not going to go away. That $1 XMD is super, super, super important. The other thing that is of paramount importance to y'all, because we're not going to go through all the FAQs, there's no way we could ever, ever, ever answer questions. And thanks, I can see Amy answering things in the chat, is the HIPAA. Okay. Anytime you do anything medical, so on your intake form, and it's very important, you say intake form, not a quiz. Drop intake form in the comments. I want to know that you're tracking with me. Anytime that you're doing that, you're going to see HIPAA questions. It is not because they're going to send your sponsor your medical history, what you're doing, none of that stuff. That's not it. It's basically your name and email address is going to come over. This is huge. If you want your own microdosing or XMD products to count as at 120 for you, commissions eligible, you have to complete the HIPAA. All it does is it brings Debbie Hanks over to Jana Bullard and attaches her to her account and checks that off. Okay. That's all it does. If you're like, I don't want anybody to know I'm doing this, you will randomly show up as a Jane Doe to your sponsor. As a partner, that's counterproductive for you. Okay. The simplest thing for everyone is anyone fill out that little HIPAA thing so that we know, and they've already got an account generated. They wouldn't have to do anything if they go into the supplement side. Okay. So that's been another one that is pretty important to know. A lot of the other ones are actually like they're random or they're one-off answers. So look at the FAQs, do all those things. And yes, everything is going to ebb and flow through your site. You are going to see, it is going to be very easy to see XMD. Y'all know when we drop anything, it is plastered like wallpaper, right? Beautiful Chanel marketing led wallpaper. Y'all know XMD is going to look just like that tomorrow. If you get onto a site and you can't find XMD, we got a problem, okay? It is going to be front and center, red hot, ready to go. When you are on the XMD part of our umbrella, our biohacking umbrella, you are going to see options that would take you to the other side. Okay. So it's very intuitive, very, very, very intuitive. So that has been a question. Payment options has been a question. I'll go ahead and talk about that really briefly. Apple Pay, Google Pay, HSA accounts, FSA accounts, like people that have money through their insurance and things like that, credit cards, debit cards, no Klarna, any of those payment things. Again, nothing is changed on a pharmacy site. So just know that that's super, super important. Those are some of the most important things. And then one that came up today, I think is probably pretty much on people's mind. If I get to the telehealth and I selected, I want to do, and remember, there's going to be the name brands with the O and the M on there. $1,300. Go get it, kitten. I don't want a full dosage, and I'm not paying $1,200 for nothing. So microdosing was the right option for me. If I do my intake tomorrow, and because of my goals, that doesn't pop up, I am going to select the most appropriate based on what my intake suggested. When I get to telehealth, I'll say, I don't want to do a full anything. I definitely want a microdose. Let's talk. Okay. So if at any point in time you back out or you lay off for 3 months and you say, hey, I want to get back on my whatever option, when you go to the doctor, they say, fill this out to see if anything has changed. You are always going to go back through intake. Okay. Doesn't mean you don't get it through your account or through your portal. Like when you've done anything medical, you kind of got a portal where you can check and you can, do all those kind of things. It doesn't mean that you can't get to it. It just means when you say, hey, I want to go ahead and have another shipment of a pharmaceutical, you got to know that nothing's happened in 2 months. And I know y'all get annoyed when you go to the doctor doing that. Have you ever gotten annoyed? You know how many people's lives completely flip on their heads in 2 months? Their health completely changes. A major catastrophe happened. They have to know it, y'all. Just calm down right now. Just go ahead and calm down. Yes, you are going to fill the intake out because you abandoned or you quit taking product for a few months. Okay. Make sense? Those are kind of some common things, and those are the types of answers and the types of questions that you can see. We're not going to go through all of them, but you can see the company and the team has done a lot of legwork to prepare you. So, tools and resources, and tomorrow. Russ, are you on yet? Okay, I told him to kind of ping me when he was headed because he was doing back-to-back Zooms. Okay, perfect. And so he will hopefully, and somebody watch if you see Russ's name pop up. I won't see your message either. We'll put it that way. So tools and resources. There are some guidebooks going around. Different teams have different resources. Y'all, those are to educate you. They're to educate your customer or a prospect that has kind of seen something in the peptide space, but doesn't really know what it is. Whatever your team has, they're great. They're amazing. Use them. Okay. We are going to load in a how to launch your business into our boards. Robin has worked all day long to put it together. It's got some great things in it. So there's other tools that are going to be there. Your team may have made something completely different. Just know that you should know, here's an educational or a piece to hand your customer. But once we go live tomorrow, your app and your site, y'all, that's what's going to answer the questions. That's where the value add's going to be. It's not going to be going back to the board and digging around because you can't remember where the educational post thing was. You are going to be locked and loaded through your app and through your website, and it's going to give them access to dig in, see what's going on, and kind of get some of their own questions answered as well. So just know some of the things we put out there. Hey, raise your hand if you want my free guide. Anybody done that? All it is education, y'all. All it is education. The one that's coming out today, and we will get this loaded at some point in time tonight, is launching your XMD business. And it will have, let me give you a general idea. It will have kind of why you need supplements, a little bit of education because we have brand new partners. The peptide support stack, it's going to have some information on that, steps to succeed, a couple of things that you want to be sure that you save, anything like that. It's going to have some step-by-step customer process. It's going to have a link to those videos that I said are super important. You've got to go back and watch the things that the company has provided for us. Okay. So just know that those things are going. And then tomorrow, non-negotiables. Every time I say non-negotiable, that means everybody got to find it and has got to tune in. So tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time, XMD, Oliver, Sarah, I know they're going to be on there. I'm not sure who all is going to actually be on that. They are going to launch. They are going to show you. You are going to see beautiful visual things. You're going to see all kinds of good stuff. They are going to cover last minute things. They are going to set us up for success. It's going to do all the great things. You're going to hear directly from them the most important pieces of information. Okay. So that's very, very important. It is a Zoom link, but it's also going to be broadcasted into the XDC, the Xyngular Development Committee. Non-negotiable. You have to watch it yourself. I work at noon. I can't watch it. You got to watch it yourself. I don't care if it's midnight tomorrow night, but you've got to digest the information. This is so important for your future. This is so important for you and the leadership of your team. You've got to personally watch it, not come back and say, hey, will you just give me the cliff notes on it? This is of paramount importance, and you're going to want to see what it looks like too. Okay. So then tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, we are hosting, and pretty much everybody in companies kind of coming to it. It's going to be it's a YouTube link, y'all. It's not a Zoom link. It's a YouTube link. When you go on and you register, you are going to get a reminder. A reminder came to me tonight that it's tomorrow. Here is the link to the YouTube. It is going to be a fast and fun party. This is something brand new that we're doing. We have pre-recorded messages. You're going to hear from Chanel. You are going to hear from a peptide expert, a pharmacist, 2 testimonies. I'm going to talk about money. Robin, if I forgot anything, drop it in the chat. Tennessee, drop it in the chat. Somebody but it's going to be a lot of information, including those peptide stacks, like the nutraceutical stacks. Chanel has done an outstanding job of positioning why you don't want to just take a shot and not do those. So she's done an outstanding job. Immediately, as soon as it's over, they're going to get a link that says there's $1,000 worth of prizes. We're taking collective money that people put together during the September shift, and that's where all the prize money is coming from. It's everything from cash to Omaha steaks to red light therapy mask. There's a jewelry. There's several different things. And so just know that you're going to see that and you're going to be able to have that. So it's going to be great information. And then there is going to be a call to action to get your order placed in order to get in for the prizes. Okay. And then they're going to go in X amount of points. Is I placed an order for this much today. I did a partner, whatever it is. And that's going to get them the most. And so this will launch on YouTube at 7 Central Standard Time tomorrow night. The link says you're registering with Robin. We have a list, a sheet, all the kind of things. No one should be invited that they don't know who invited them. If Amy's got 25 friends on, all those 25 friends know they're plugging in because Amy said you can't miss this tomorrow night. Okay. So that's going to be a big lot Let's put up all the wavy flags out in front of the new business, and we've got the open house, and we've got the big wavy man out front that's out where everybody knows, come look at our business. Come look at our business. Remember, we're an invite and refer. We're an invite and refer. This is a place that you are going to be able to do. Eastern time, Central Standard Time is going to be 7 Eastern. Sun comes up earlier there, so you're going to be 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Eastern Time. If you're Mountain Time, you're going to be an hour behind. You're going to be 6 o'clock. And if you're Pacific Time, you're the last one. Sun goes down the last. So you're going to be 2 hours before Texas. Okay. And you know what? Put it in ChatGPT and say, hey, there's something tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. I live in Georgia. What time is it? Because I'm having to do all 4 time zones for a big group. And trust me, I know time zones. My mouth moves like it's in Texas. Okay. So, and the East Coast is there saying that's 5 p.m. So we want to be sure that it is out, that it is plenty after that. So I have invited Russ to join us. I do not see him yet, but I do not want to belabor us. There are 359 people on here. So I am going to, while we're going to see if Russ can get on. He's on another Zoom and they're running long. I know the leader. I am going to scold them. Not really. But I'm going to kick it over to Robin just really briefly and to share some thoughts on this, circle back to anything that I wasn't completely clear on, especially around Tool or tomorrow night. And then I've got something I want to say over all of us because we've got all of you on here and you're on here for a reason. You've got hopes, you've got dreams, and you've got desires. And so we are going to do that. Hopefully we get Russ on. And if not, aren't y'all so happy that you had me? Because that's what you were stuck with. So Robin, anything to add?
Hey, so, at this point, you're going to be as ready as you're plugged in. I know there's a lot of questions. There's going to continue to be questions, but we have tried. Sorry, I wasn't prepared to go on screen. If you can tell, I did brush my hair at 5 a.m., but it hadn't seen a brush since then. We've worked really, really hard to get you ready. So just plug in, and the dirty work is in the plugging in, and then it'll flow really well. I think you're more prepared. I used this example the other day, when we launched GLPX, we had a launch booklet, we had boards ready. We thought we were really prepared, and you sold it out in 9 days. I don't think it's possible to sell this out, but I hope you try because it's going to be amazing. And if you're feeling left behind, just get with your sponsor and get plugged in, go watch the videos. I never have any confidence when I don't know what's going on. So eliminate the 2 things that are going to make you feel defeated right off the bat. An overwhelmed partner does nothing, and a confused partner does nothing. If you eliminate those 2, you will be great. Like she said, some leaders' boards are going to be a little different. Do not obsess at looking at 500 boards because then you're just going to be exhausted. Go to your leaders, see what they have. If they don't have anything, point to somebody else. But you are completely, you've been prayed over, you have assets, you guys should be very, very well endowed. Is that the right? I don't even know.
Well prepared. We'll
Well
go with
prepared.
endowed, though.
Endowed? Does that mean
We'll
something?
go with that. We're
Yeah,
all just, hey, my little grandson said, hands are tired, nerves are shot. Woo! But we're ready to go.
Laughing. Everybody's laughing, so that must not have been the right word. But I dropped another workbook. You're prepared. You're prepared, and go get it. This is an exciting, I am more excited right now than the day I decided to go all in with Xyngular, if that makes you feel any kind of way. And if you've been stuck somewhere, you're not going to be anymore. If you've been whatever, if you have big goals and you haven't hit them, now's the time. You are going to do big, big things, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for the company. And I'm excited for all those people that I never felt like I could help hit their weight loss goals. Now we have another tool that's going to help, and another tool financially. There are a lot of people, as I've been talking about this, that are wanting to take GLP-1s or peptide products, and they can't afford it and their insurance won't pay for it. And those people are now going to be able to refer people and help pay for theirs. I did some tentative math. So, write this down, don't write this down, whatever you want to do. But if you sign 5 people up and one of those duplicates that every single month. So every single month you sign 5, one duplicate that, you should make over 22,000 a month within 6 months. That's how crazy it is. And so much more big thing is to come. So I know you're tired. I hope you're excited, but just get in there and watch the Zooms. It's like playing cards. The only way you learn is to play a hand. So get in there, watch the Zooms, get in your boards. Trust me, I'm the least techie person that you know. So if I can do this and be at my rank, then I know you guys can too. I believe in you.
Amen. And when in doubt, here's my link. Fill out the telehealth referral and they will help you. Anybody can do that. So it's huge. Have your eyes on the X5 every month, just like Robin just said. Understand it's $199 and above. Everything in XMD is going to count. But I mean, so that's $400 every month that you can add on top of commissions. Y'all, this is astronomical. So that means my brand new partner, Carrie, right there, I've got to tell Carrie about X5. I've got to tell her, let's run and be sure you get at least 5 friends, 30% plus. You've got to tell people, duplicate the business, not our tools. Our tools are worthless to you because you're a permanent student if you don't duplicate the business. This is your chance to change everything, okay? This is absolutely huge, okay? I'm going to give one last call to see if Russ made it. Okay, this is my close.
I wanted to say something really fast, if you guys don't mind. The majority of us have goals for our fast track trips. A lot of them 5,000 points. I know that doesn't mean a whole lot, but that is not very many people. You guys, we can earn our first trip in our company with 5,000 points, guys. Mine's to Bora Bora. I don't even know where Robin yours is, Janice, but we all have a fast track trip. If you don't know it, reach out to your leader and put that on your focus. How can we earn that first trip with the company? We can probably get those done in November and December. I guarantee we're going to blow that up. We're going to have a trip full of people.
Absolutely. And people are looking at us for the business. They're looking at us for community. They're looking at us because they want out of everybody's competing for the same dollar. Peptides get the dollars. That's been what's wrong with your business for 4 years. So I read this to my team after I came back from something, and I knew there are other women out there just like me that they deserve and they want something like this. They are like-minded, they are like-hearted, they just don't know that we exist. And I said this at the end of our Zoom, and a lot of things changed, y'all. I did not know about XMD when I read this. Okay. So over this whole team, everybody in this company and everybody that's not here yet. Okay. Heavenly Father, I thank you for my brothers and sisters in Christ and for the call that you've placed on their life. You have declared your word that it is you that gives us the power to create wealth. Deuteronomy 8:18. I ask you to release fresh wisdom, strategy, and supernatural favor over our businesses, over her business and her business and her business. Lord, let his business be like the loaves and the fishes, multiplying beyond what they could even ask, think, or imagine. Ephesians 3:20. Breathe on every product, every partnership, every conversation, every opportunity. May our influence expand like Jabez prayed. Oh, that you might bless me and enlarge my territory. 1 Chronicles 4:10. I declare that they will be stewards of wealth with integrity and generosity, leaving inheritance for their children. Proverbs 13:22. Let them always remain aligned with you, seeking first the kingdom, knowing that all of these things will be added unto them. Matthew 6:33. May their business not just prosper, but become a vessel that funds the kingdom initiatives, transforms lives, and multiplies disciples. I speak divine protection, multiplication, acceleration, and every other seed that these people will sow. I believe that your word, that it will be given back shaken, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Luke 6:38. I pray this, whether you know me or you do not know me, whether you're here or you're not here yet. I believe that you're coming. I believe in expansion, and I pray for each and every one of you in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Hey, real quick, you guys, some have been saying they haven't got the emails. Check your promotion folder on your emails. Some people's emails combine them into different. Check your spam. It'll say like something, just put my name all together, Robin Packard, and your people will be referred back to you. It says right on the intake who referred you. So just because they're in my email flow doesn't mean that they will be my lead. They will be your lead. And then someone said there was an email with no link. We're checking into that, but there will be multiple emails leading up to the reminders. And it will, the reason we want them to register, it will send them the replay. So you don't have to be out there sending the replays too.
No. And you'll get multiple reminders and everything. So before I send us off, I'm going to exit and close the Zoom. Unmute, put your camera on, and I want you to give me the biggest woohoo that you have ever had in your life, and I'm going to record and I will send it to everybody. Okay? Unmute and let's get after it. Louder. Oh, bye, y'all.
Yeehaw!